Our program offers a couple of different career majors, maintenance and light repair, automotive service technician. We do electronics, alignment, steering, suspension, all the ASE areas to prepare students to take ASE exams and to put them to work.
My future career right now is I want to be an aircraft mechanic, and my instructor is really helping me get prepared for that.
Just all aspects of the car that we work on, but I really focus on electronics and steering and suspension because that is a marketable skill that can get a young person into a dealership and making money right out of high school if they choose not to go on to college.
Automotive Service Technology program is really helping me for my future career by teaching me how to do everything and how to work on the vehicles, and then it's also teaching me responsibility and leadership and helping everybody when they need help too. I love most about the program is the hands-on part of it. I love to work on cars. I love to get my hands dirty and actually do the work instead of just watching other people do it.
The hands-on work my instructor does is he will assign us stuff to do on the computer and expects us to go do it on the cars the exact same way we did on the computer.
The impact this program has had on my life is it's teaching me responsibility and integrity. You have to be responsible and do everything the right way or you'll mess up really bad. And then integrity, you just have to have the will to do it. You have to want to do it.
If another student was interested in this program, I would tell them if you want to work hard and learn a bunch, then join, but it's not a blow-off class. You will learn what you're supposed to.
Career in automotive technology will allow a professional to go anywhere in the country on a phone call. They are hiring everywhere throughout the United States, and if you're a qualified technician, the sky's the limit. Wage potential, $15,000 to six-figure income if you're willing to work that hard.
Because of the Auto Service Technology program, I am more knowledgeable about how cars work and how they run and everything like that, and then it's teaching you responsibility, so you're getting better prepared for the world.
Because of the Auto Service Technology at Kiamichi Tech, I am better prepared for the real world.
The cosmetology program is a 2-year program for high school juniors and seniors. If you start when you're a junior, by the time that you're graduating, you will have enough hours to take the State Board of Cosmetology exam. That exam consists of 2 components, a practical hands-on section and a written section. Once you pass both of those sections, you will be a licensed cosmetologist and ready to go to work.
This program has helped me prepare for my career by putting me in real life situations where I have to deal with actual clients and being around people who will also be in the same industry as I will.
The hands-on work that the cosmetology students do in class is everything from hair cutting, perming, hair coloring, facial aesthetic applications, and nail applications, so sculptured nails, nail wraps, dip nails, those sorts of things.
Well, clients come in all the time for just stuff like haircuts, color, they're getting their nails done, and we get to work with them. I've met a lot of people that I wouldn't have met if I hadn't been in the program, and I've learned a lot about myself and being in cosmetology.
I would choose a career in cosmetology if I were a student for a couple of different reasons. First of all, if you want to be a cosmetology, the world is wide open for cosmetologists. It's a booming career that's never going to go away. Right now, the aesthetics in cosmetology is growing. Anything to do with aesthetics right now is very popular. The other part is if a student wants to go to college, they could finish their cosmetology program, get their license, and they could go to work and work their way through college by setting their own hours and still making really good money.
You should just go ahead and join it because you don't lose anything if you do. I mean, you join it and right out of high school you have a job available to you. And a fun one I feel like a lot of teenage girls would like.
I would tell students that are interested in applying for cosmetology that if it's your passion, if it's something that you want to do, Kiamichi offers everything available to get you to the highest standard.
Because of the cosmetology program at Kiamichi Tech, I am prepared.
So in my program, program that I teach, which is Health Career Certification 3, we learn a lot of hands-on training. They go in my class, and it's usually juniors and seniors that are in my class, and we do certification. We're going to teach them how to become a CNA. They're in there for the 1 full year. We're teaching hands-on skills. We're teaching basic skills that they need for this career. It's one of those things, they come into my class, they don't know how to do resumes, they don't know how to just be in the real world and know how everything functions. So what better time to come to my class while they're still in high school so they can get into my class, take the CNA course, and then decide if healthcare is really what they want to be in. And then if they don't, then that's okay. They can choose another path, but there's no time wasted. Why not go and utilize every bit of time you have in high school? Come to my class. You'll learn, like I said, the hands-on skills. You'll learn how to take care of a person. You'll learn confidentiality. You'll learn about regulations in healthcare. You learn so much that it's hard to even explain just in this video. Every day is a new learning environment to them. My rules in class are you're going to see one, you're going to do one, and you're going to teach one. I'm going to show you how to do something, then you're going to do it yourself. And then guess what it's time for? It's time for you to turn right around and you're going to demonstrate and do it yourself and start teaching somebody else on how to do it. It makes you better and more confident. In my classroom, I want you to be confident. I want you to be compassionate. And also, I want you to be comfortable in what you're doing. So the 3 C's. It's plain and simple. As long as you're comfortable and confident, you can succeed in anything. Just give it your all.
So far we've learned how to do PPE, which is personal protective equipment. We've learned how to take it on and take it off. We've learned how to check a patient, just give a regular checkup and log rolling them and taking care of them on that. We've learned how to check for pressure ulcers, and that's a big thing in the CNA field.
We teach them how to get a patient up from the bed to the bedside commode, how to get them up, how to help them walk, how to use a wheelchair, how to take blood pressures, how to take pulse, temperature, respirations. These are skills that are crucial that they're going to need in the healthcare field. And I hope that what they do is they go from my class going on to the next, and these skills are only preparing them for their next level of their life.
Because of the Health Careers 3 program at Comiskey Tech, I am training to be tomorrow's future.
The criminal justice program here at the McAllister campus, it is a wide overview study of the criminal justice industry, the whole field. We have an emphasis on public safety, the law enforcement, corrections, and private security sectors, but it's not limited to just law enforcement duties. We do in-depth studies of court staffing, courthouse duties, crime scene investigation. We have forensics skills that we study in forensics. So it's a broad overview of the criminal justice system. The opportunities in this field are limitless. You can choose a career that keeps you out in the streets dealing with public day to day, up into local, federal, and state positions, working for the Highway Patrol, U.S. Marshal Service, the FBI. The opportunities are limitless. We have cadets that seek out a law degree. They like to practice law, so they attend law school and pass the bar exam. But the opportunities are just limitless. There's so many doors that open in this field. Clerical, SWAT team. We have fixed-wing pilots that are law enforcement. They fly planes and helicopters all day long. I have a friend that flies for the U.S. Marshal Service. He makes his living flying across the country, conducting training, seminars. It's just limitless. Don't limit yourself to thinking that criminal justice is a police officer out on patrol. That is part of it, but there's so many more spokes in the wheel of the criminal justice system. It is unlimited.
I wasn't completely sure what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something in the criminal justice field, but I wasn't exactly sure. I thought I wanted to become a cop first, and so I joined here and become a cop. But I grew more into the forensics field, and I grew more attached to that, and I figured out exactly what I loved and what I wanted to do in the future. Oh, this program has really prepared me, because I would just, if I went straight to college, I'd have no idea what I was doing, and this would prepare me and help me understand more instead of throwing myself in there first. And it's helped me understand and grow a lot more.
The hands-on skills work that we do in the criminal justice program does focus on the law enforcement aspects and the criminal investigation side. We'll conduct traffic stop training. where in fact we use a patrol vehicle and we do a controlled staged traffic stop and practice cadets on approaching the vehicle safely, dealing with different personalities of drivers and different crimes that they may detect in that traffic stop. We have defensive tactics and custody and control, which trains the students how to defend themselves from an assault from a suspect.
When I first joined the program, I was very shy and very introverted, and I just didn't want to do anything and know who I wanted to become. But the more I've grown with this program, the more open I've become, the more leadership skills I've gained, and the more confident I am. And I'm really happy with how I am now, and I know exactly who I want to be and what I want to do. Jump on in, try it. There's no way, if you don't like it, you could try something else. Just, if you're interested in it, try it, and there's so much you can learn. There's so much you can do, and you could build friends while doing it and have fun.
If you're interested in this program, I absolutely encourage you to come and tour, look at the facilities. If you have a high level of interest and you think you're ready for or made for this, if you think you have an interest in this, come try it out. Don't limit yourself. Don't be intimidated. Some of the most smallest people in stature have the greatest careers in this field. Size does not matter. There's room for you here.
Because of the Criminal Justice Kiamichi Tech program, I am on my way to success.
Our program is a 2-year program for high school students, also a 1 or 2 year program for adults, depending on whether they come half day or full day. High school students are eligible to come their junior year and also their senior year. When the welding students and the carpentry students finished preparing the Kiamichi Tech emblem and deciding on the height of the letters and the length and dimensions we needed, we were able to plug those into our CNC computer program and cut that out on the plasma cam table. When we finished that up, then they were able to mock up the table, take a look at the table, make sure it's what they were looking for. At that point, then we were able to weld the sections together. Mr. Sullivan later will finish putting the top on. So carpentry was able to do the woodworking. We were able to help them out with the metal side of it, and it made a good team project at the end of the day.
I love this program because it's an individually paced program, so everybody can work at their own speed and get things done how they think they should.
What I love about the welding program is that it teaches me everything I need to know, and I can learn it all in high school, so by the time I get out, I can actually go out in the field and get a job.
I would tell a new student it'll prepare them for anything they want to do as long as they're willing to put in the work.
The welding program helps me make a better decision in life and what I want to do and how I want to spend the rest of my life welding.
If I haven't learned everything I need to, I'm going to come back another year, but I'm a junior right now, so I'm coming back next year anyway. But after that, I plan on actually going out to the field, either pipeline or just working for a company or something and getting money and just starting life.
I think I want to be a pipeline welder or be a welder in a shop.
Because of the welding program at Kiamichi Tech, I am a certified welder.
Because of the welding program, I think I'm 100% prepared for a lifelong job in this career field. I'm confident in it.
Because of the welding program at Kiamichi Tech, I'm better prepared for life and what I want to do.
Kiamichi's practical nursing program is the best, not only in the state of Oklahoma, but in the United States. Why? Because we have an opportunity to help you grow in healthcare. Whether you're coming from the Health Careers programs and already have some training in healthcare as a nurse aide or as a certified med aide, or if you're coming right in from off the street, maybe you've been a homemaker and this has always been your dream to go into nursing. We're going to give you hands-on training. You've got instructors that are going to be there working with you in the classroom, by the bedside with you at the clinical sites to help you see your dreams come true.
I chose to come to KTC because it is more of it's a smaller school, so you're able to ask questions, and in a bigger school, you got to email the professor and wait on a response, and that's not how it is here. We can just go into our teacher's office and ask them a question, and they'll give us an answer. So it's really nice.
It's changed me in a lot of different ways, but mainly I would have to say it's made me a better person to be able to look at things objectively.
In the practical nursing program, our students do hands-on training both in the skills lab with mannequins. We practice different skills, but the purpose there in the skills lab is to help the students gain confidence before they actually go to the clinical sites and work with real patients. In the clinical sites, the instructors are there overseeing the care that's provided to the patients, and the students gain confidence. They're going to grow with their skills, and throughout the school year, from beginning to end, the complexity of their skills is going to grow as well. So that by the time they graduate and enter into that preceptorship in that last 120 hours of the program, they're going to have the confidence to be able to not only care for one patient, but work up to carrying a load of patients and be able to provide all of the care that an LPN can do within their scope of practice.
This is just a field that there's no boundaries. You can go into any field that you're interested in, anywhere from OB to pediatrics to med-surg on the floor.
I love my classmates and my instructors. They are the best, and we laugh all day long, and we get to struggle together. We all share the same thoughts. It's really crazy. I feel like we've all gotten so close, and it's only been like 2 months, so I really enjoy the people that I see every day.
Healthcare is a very rewarding field. I knew at a very early age that healthcare is what I wanted to be, and I wanted to be a nurse since I can remember, and that's exactly what I did. I kept that path going. If you have a heart and you are very caring and you're compassionate and you have a giving heart, that is the one thing that you can say, I can help somebody on a daily basis, and I can go home and I can know that I helped somebody and I made somebody smile that day. I made their life a little bit better. It can also be to where if you're looking on job security, any other jobs when it's a time of layoff in healthcare, you're usually one of the industries that doesn't get laid off. You're one of the ones that will continue working throughout those layoffs. So it's good money, you always have a job, and it's one of those that you go home feeling rewarded every single day.
People need nurses. People that need somebody at the bedside that's going to provide compassion, care. In their darkest times, in their saddest times, their most frustrating times. And nurses provide that. They provide care, they provide skills with grace, integrity, and ethics. What a perfect opportunity to help others in a time when they need you most.
Because of the Kaiamishi Tech program, I am thankful and blessed to have the opportunity to help someone else.
Because of the practical nursing program at Kaiamishi Tech, I am prepared for the workforce.
With Kaiamishi Tech, we're going to give you the confidence in your training with our hands-on skills learning. So choose Kaiamishi Tech's practical nursing program.
My name is David Gardner. I'm the culinary arts instructor. I am in my 5th year at Ida Bell campus. I have taught for 30 years. I actually started my career in Ida Bell in 1987. I've been in the restaurant industry since I was 12 years old, so hospitality restaurant is my life. I enjoy teaching students. The class is hands-on primarily. We do safety and sanitation, knife skills. I teach them production, front of the house, back of the house, how to wait on tables. We do meals each day for lunch that we serve to our customers. The afternoon class preps for the next day. So the students get a lot of hands-on experience. They get an opportunity to cook different things. I teach them how to cut up a whole chicken, so they know how to do that to save a little bit of money. I teach them how to cook everything from fried chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, to creme brulee, prime rib, beef Wellington, all the things that they get a hands-on experience of knowing what to expect in a restaurant.
While I have been at Kiamichi Tech, I have learned many important skills from properly handling a chef's knife to determining the food cost of a recipe. Not only that, I'm also learning how to manage a business properly in order to avoid overspending or underspending and causing it to possibly fail. Being a chef allows no room for picky eating. I have to know what I'm serving to customers, and in order to have that knowledge, I need to be able to taste a lot of different foods. One of the biggest parts of culinary arts is the catering. During my first year here, we spent most of our time in the kitchen preparing meals for important people. It was a very realistic scenario and allowed us to have first-hand experience in the kitchen of a professional environment.
Hospitality and culinary arts is a growing field. There will always be jobs available.
Because of the culinary arts program at Kiamichi Tech, I'm a better and more experienced person than I was a year ago.
My name is Kyan Byington. I'm part of the culinary arts program, and I am prepared to open up my own restaurant.
A mixture of electrical and mechanical maintenance, and we start out with a lot of residential wiring and different types of things just to learn some basics, and then we move on to more of a commercial type wiring, and then from there we'll add different things that you would encounter in a maintenance environment, such as motor controls and PLC and different automation type things.
When I was young, I always dreamed of being a construction worker, and when we came my 10th grade year to visit the classrooms, I told myself, when I go to each class, I'm gonna know which class I want to do. So I went to all the other ones, I wasn't really interested, and when I walked in industrial technology class, I was like, oh, this class is cool. You know, I seen the motor controls, I seen the circuits, I seen the big building there. They were showing us where they wired it up, and I was like, yes, this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna pursue it, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm in it, and I like it.
This program has given me certifications that helps me get a leg up and maybe a foot in the door over other people that have not been in the program or has the certifications that this program has provided me.
I get to work with power tools. It's like circular saws, replicating saws. It's like I learned about drills, electrical, like that's the power drills, you know, the screws and the circuits. I learned about how to, like I learned about hooking up switches and doing outlets and stuff like that, and panel controls. So it has made me more confident, I could say, really confident, because I have always been told that's a man's job and you can't do it. Like, it really just made me want to do it more, and it's pushed me a lot, so I'm happy.
It's hand tools, power tools. We, of course, we do a lot of electrical wiring, plus we learn the basics of mechanics. We learn how to use measurement tools. We also, in the fall, a lot of times we will actually build a building, and so they'll learn hammers and nails and everything else. They'll use just about every hand tool and power tool you can imagine.
I like my instructor, Mr. Smith. He's really taught me hands-on stuff that I didn't know to begin with, and just all the knowledge that he's provided me.
If someone tells you can't do it, you can do it. Like, really be confident in yourself, because I can say it's super easy and anybody can do it. Girls or males, it doesn't matter.
Satisfaction with working with your hands, and also, well, the money is always a plus, and just, I don't know, it's a good trade. You go home at night feeling like you've accomplished something.
The industrial technology class has really helped me with my safety career as a component person over safety hazards.
Because of the industrial tech program, I am ready for what life has to throw at me.
Because of the industrial program, I am empowered.
The interactive media program allows students to pick from many different careers that they're interested in learning about. We have several choices that range from animation, advanced computer science, which is programming, game programming, graphic design like digital art. We've actually gotten into virtual reality things, developing apps for that. A lot of the programs are geared toward programming in some way, web development, app development, things like that.
I like how it's work at your own pace, because I'm really big on that. When you work at your own pace, I tend to get more done instead of trying to meet a deadline from somebody else's point of view. And it's my own deadline, I work better, get it done faster.
They do many different projects depending on what they're studying. Some will do the graphics arts things. Others will do things that involve programming, we have artificial intelligence or AI cars that they learn how to program with using Python. The advanced computer science students do that. And they also move into learning how to do Java. They do some programs of their own. They get to kind of come up with their own ideas of what they'd like to learn once they have a basic knowledge of the programming language. The game programming students, one of the first things they do is they learn how they basically what we used to call Galaga. They remake that game, and they do some other types of games. Then they try to make some games on their own using C# and Unity to do those things with.
Some of the things we had going on and something that I did is I made a game kind of like where it hits the little paddle at the bottom of the screen, and then the ball bounces up and knocks bricks down, and you get little power-ups and stuff. Coding is something I'm looking into my career because in multiple things I'm looking into, it all involves coding.
Today and then through the next 10 years or so, there's expected to be an increase in demand for programming, coding type jobs.
It impacted my life by just showing me how much work you have to put in and how many hours for a certain goal or multiple goals you have to work on.
If you're interested in learning more about interactive media, come check us out. You can always come see us or call us, and we'll arrange a time and come see what the students are doing. And my students love to show off what they're doing. They like to try to impress people with what they're learning.
Because of the interactive media program at Kamishi Tech, I am a better student and I work harder and I have more responsibilities and just meet all my deadlines.
Our program is one of the best programs in the state. We teach college prep classes like AP Calculus, Pre-Calc, AP Chemistry, AP Physics, and a whole bunch of different engineering courses. We consider ourselves a pre-college. We're preparing the kids for college instead of for a career. We're getting them college ready. We incorporate the rigor of the class with hands-on activities and projects that the kids do throughout the course, applying engineering concepts and the physics and chemistry and trig and calculus.
The pre-engineering program at Kamishi Tech is a hands-on curriculum that uses PLTW, which is Project Lead the Way. In that curriculum, we do quite a bit of advanced mathematics and engineering. So there's a lot of hands-on parts to it as well, where we get to learn how to use things like dial calipers, do a lot of 3D CAD work and 3D printing.
I chose to attend the pre-engineering program, one, because I wanted the additional math and science courses, and two, because I knew that it would make sure that I was ready for college.
In physics, we've made the Rube Goldberg contraption, like a mousetrap contraption. We've made one of those, and the kids competed and made the best machine or complex machine they can make, and they measured how fast it went and that kind of stuff. This last week we had a physics war. We talked about projectile motion, so the kids had to develop a slingshot or catapult type machine that launched a tennis ball 100 to 200 feet, and we worked camouflage, and they got out and we tried to hit the other team's base. It was a war, and they built these and designed them and built them, and then tested them with our war. Some of the juniors in Introduction to Engineering Design are doing reverse engineering on a wheel to a measuring stick, a portable or movable measuring stick, and they're having to reconstruct that wheel, and then we'll 3D print it and put it back onto the stick. And they're having a competition to see which one's the best to design. Later this year in engineering or Introduction to Engineering Design, they're going to make automatas, which is the old-timey toys that go up and down when you turn the wheel. Okay. In aerospace, we've made rockets and gliders out of balsa wood. In Principles of Engineering, we're making balsa wood bridges, and we're going to build them out trusses and then do a stress test to see how much force they can apply. And all this goes back to the physics, or back to the chemistry, or back to the trig or calculus. So everything goes together.
Without going to the pre-engineering program, I would have struggled a lot more in college with the math and science courses. My freshman year of college, there wasn't a math class that I took that I didn't already know everything in the course because of what Mr. Alford and the other instructors taught here. So it really gave me a huge advantage when I went off to college. And then even starting as an engineer, just already knowing the vocabulary, the basics, just really set me up to just hit the ground running.
I chose to attend Kyle-Mattey Tech for pre-engineering because I wanted to get my ACT scores up and I wanted to be challenged in the programs that I take because before I didn't know how to study or I wasn't as challenged, but being in pre-engineering I've been challenged and I feel like I have more dedication and able to study more and have more study skills.
I heard that they raised ACT scores an average of 8 to 9 points, and because engineering was the field that I wanted to get into as my dream job, which is an aerospace engineer. So I come from a family where I didn't get to do a lot because I have 6 siblings. So them kind of reaching out to me and me being hands-on, get to really just do a lot of stuff, really impacted me.
What I love most about the program would be the family environment. It feels like you're friends with everyone, and all of the life skills that I get to learn.
Coming from such a small town, going to a state university could have been really scary, but I knew that I was prepared because I had had such great courses here and great instructors here.
It's fun and it's challenging, and it might sound scary when I say challenging, but being challenged is an opportunity to work hard and to really know your potential and the knowledge of things that you do.
Ever since I was a kid in kindergarten, my mom told me I couldn't be a UFC boxer. It's kind of been my dream not to be the man who gets put on the moon, but to put the man on the moon.
I took some college classes over the summer and I realized I was used to that workload because of pre-engineering, and that's really, I feel like I got out of it exactly what I wanted and so much more.
So drones with our curriculum is part of the aerospace curriculum. We do that every other year. We just purchased 5 new drones. The drones could be used for instruction, or they could be racing drones. They go up to 200 miles per hour. We have an obstacle course, so once we do our simulation, we have a drone simulation. We practice driving it so you don't crash the drone and tear it up. After they pass the simulation, then they'll get to drive them through the obstacle course. And we use that as part of our unmanned aircraft lesson in the aerospace curriculum. The robotics part of it, we do use VEX robotics in POE, Principles of Engineering, and the Introduction to Engineering Design, and in our aerospace. And we have VEX kits where we build robots and we program them through something called Robot C programming. But we also do FIRST Robotics. And FIRST Robotics is one of our extracurricular activities that we do after school starting in, well, actually it's year-round. And we build a big 3-foot by 3-foot robot, we program it, we build it, and then we compete with it in March or April.
The physics war was we were supposed to design in our engineering notebooks a way to shoot a ball into a different target, and your design has to stay on the floor, and it has to be able to shoot like 20 feet or 200 feet. It just, whatever the teacher gives you, you're supposed to be able to meet that challenge.
Right now we're working on a tennis ball launcher, so we have to make it, we have to design it, we have to do edits, we have to do all of that by yourself, so it's you're doing everything yourself.
It's just made me feel less stressed about college. I feel more prepared. I feel more capable in going into, I want to be an architect, and I feel more capable about going into engineering, and I just can't name all the ways it's helped.
I would tell students, if you like to problem solve and you like to design, you're creative, you want to be creative and solve problems, this is the class for you. This is the program for you. In pre-engineering, not only do we do the rigor and we get you college ready, we're also giving you skills, life skills to use to get you career ready, and you're also getting a taste of what engineering really is.
If you're on the fence about it, try it. There's always one of the things we talk about in our class in particular is there's applications to what we do in every facet of every facet that piques your interest, whether it's something, could be if you want to be a doctor later on down the road, the stuff that we teach in our program can help set that foundation for you.
It's worth it. It's 100% worth it. And no matter what you want to do, even if it's just for the college prep, it's worth it just to get that experience.
This program has made me think better with people, and in doing group projects, it has made it easier for me to be with people and assist more in those projects.
Because of the pre-engineering program, I am confident about my future.
Because of the pre-engineering program, I am a critical thinker.
Because of the pre-engineering program, I am college ready.
Because of the pre-engineering program, I am now a successful engineer at a global company.